Please, Susan.
Hi.
Yes.
I got a question. Actually, it's in two parts.
Okay.
Because we know that for a company that wants to create real value or long-term value innovation, it's important that it creates some kind of corporate culture that supports it. So for a startup, of course, that's pretty much innovation is the backbone of the startup company. For a large company like Daimler or like for 3M, the company will create some kind of structure to support it. It has maybe it has a team dedicated to innovation, or it has some kind of KPI that account for innovation. But since, like let's say for Taiwan, which most of the industries are like SMEs, for these companies, my first question is, how would you suggest these companies or these group of people who want to create create real innovation, how would you suggest them to go about? And my second question is, if someone like a mid-level staff or mid-level manager in that company want to create some more innovative products or innovative business process, but he or she is not in a company that support that kind of innovation, how would you suggest that person to go about?
Okay. No. Okay. So that's a good, very good question. So for SME, okay. Again, you don't have to have a team as big as a Daimler. You can have also a smaller team, or perhaps one person, or it could be perhaps shared. But you need to have certain focus. You need to have a process that innovation is being accelerated and not being killed. You need to have budget, and it should be, even SMI has executives, and they must have this somewhere in their target. They must be also supporting this on the top level. If it's not support on the top level, it's be very, very difficult, which comes to your second question. So the second question is, yes, I mean, again, people have to make up their minds what is the value of their job and what is their sense of life, and either you stay in the company or you really have to leave. Depends what is the urgency, and of course what is the alternative, and how many kids you need to feed, and so on. But it's something, of course, for entrepreneurs is in the end the choice of can I accomplish this in my life or not. So if the environment is not friendly for innovation and you cannot cope with it, then it will be very tough. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's. Back there, please.
Over the presentation, you mentioned that Daimler is a 125-year-old company.
Yes.
So for such a company, probably has a traditional conservative management approach. When facing a new product innovation proposal within the management team, what's the key component that this team look at? I'm sure every business proposal all have their financial approach, marketing, R&D, production, sales, etc. But what's the one thing that the management team look at when they say, this is the one I want to do, and this is what I'm going to change my conservative approach into a sense of urgency and put a stamp on the project? Thank you.
That's something which is in the Department of Political Engineering. Political engineering. So, of course, one thing of the business innovation team, you must have access to the top management somehow. So your boss or yourself, that we can present in those teams. It's very important. Because as I said, very often, innovation on the low area will never get through the hierarchy. There are too many controllers, there are too many people, egoism and politics that will never let it go through. So, yes, of course you must understand the strategy of the company, where it is and where is urgency, and does your innovation create a new area of growth? Does it increase their company's reputation of being innovative? Does it, create new customers? Does it create a new base? This can again be complementary to the strategy of such a company. In our case, when we talk about Car2Go, We talk about smart customers. We talk about customers 18 to 25 who are using smart car to go. The average Mercedes customer in Germany is 60. Now it's, of course, coming down of A class, B class, but before it's 60 plus. Hello, right? So, I mean, so our chairman saw a good potential of reaching out to a new customer group. Or with the driving academy, we're taking 17 to 18-year-old kids who are not driving in England a Vauxhall or a Toyota Camry in USA, but are driving an A-Class and getting into this customer segment. So it really depends, of course, on the DNA of the company, of their strategy, and can you address with your innovation the sweet spot. Again, Daimler has been struggling to reach out to young customers. Now with the new A-Class, B-Class, yes, they will reach out. But before it was a very, very tough, because to afford a C-Class was just too expensive for most people. So how to reach out there with the smart and car to go, for example.
Okay. So we leave the last 10 minutes for Professor Cole.
I got one more video. one last one, just for fun. Talk about the old economy, about the car. So the new S-Class has a new system which is called magic body control. So they actually, a magic carpet. So there are cameras in the car which can read the surface and it will adjust the car that it can float like a magic carpet. There's an innovative ad we produced. I think it's very, very funny. You know the chicken, the head always stays at the same level. So